50%. Points off turnovers, Sooners 10. And total turnovers in that first half, 6 against KU, 5 against the Sooners. 31 straight opponents under 50% field goals. And tonight, as we mentioned, in that first half, the Sooners at 50%.
Ron, I'm also impressed by the rebounding number. Kansas had only 18 rebounds that first half. Oklahoma had 22, and it should be the other way around. Kansas is such a much larger team. They should be able to dominate both boards.
I would remind you also of one thing. Number 10, John Ontjes with 2 fouls. Maiden with 2 fouls. A quick third foul on either one of them in this half, and the Sooners could run into a roadblock. But not as long as that guy is shooting that way. Well,
if anyone from Oklahoma continues this red-hot shooting, it's going to be a long evening for the Kansas Jayhawks.
Ostertagg. Lafrentz on the putback.
Maiden tried to draw the foul on Ostertagg, but Greg wasn't able to get it to go in. He has to go up strong and dunk that ball. There's no reason why a guy 7'2", 290 pounds should miss a shot that close to the basket.
Abercrombie up against Ostertagg. It's not there. This is Lafrentz who clears. Travel against Ostertagg.
Watch Greg Minor coming out the first basket of the half. Jared Haas cannot stay with Minor. He's going to have to deny him from catching that ball, because if Brian Minor gets the ball in his hands, we talk about how he can score. He can also get to the free throw line, put it on the floor, and create.
The bouncer inside, partially blocked by Ostertagg. Locals wanted a foul.
Or a goaltend.
Jacque Vaughn with the penetration, not there, and a whistle and a foul inside, and it looks as though Fowler will pick it up.
We're starting to see where the size advantage of Kansas is starting to pay off a little bit. The last possession down, Ostertagg misses an easy layup. On the other side, Raef Lafrentz was there. Once again, on the offensive glass, Lafrentz comes up with the loose ball.
Minor picks up the foul. I beg your pardon, not Fowler. And it is his second and the team's first. Had his man beaten, got by Maiden, and now all of a sudden, just as Clark Kellogg suggested going in at halftime, and maybe KU was not taking advantage of their size advantage as they should be, and they have in the first 2 minutes of the second half.
Well, they've done that by getting possessions. They've come up with the loose balls. They've gotten a stick back or two, and just by muscling down on the block.
Minor off balance, got it away.
Not a good shot by Minor. He has to be under control a lot better.
Jacque Vaughn.
Well, if it's not going from the outside, you got a guy who is just a sophomore in Jacque Vaughn, who is showing some experience and leadership, will keep the ball on the floor, keep his dribble alive, and take it all the way to the glass.
Stolen by Haas. And all of a sudden, it is a 5-point game, and a 20-second timeout has been taken by Oklahoma. Well, the week's ranked #1. Arkansas was there for a couple, then UMass for 1. And Carolina held it down for 5, and then here came UMass again for 4 weeks. Carolina for 1 week, UConn for 1, and now Kansas in their first week. And will they lose the #1 spot? Right now, they have cut it to a 5-point game. They were down by as many as 13 points in the first half. And look at his reaction on that 20-second timeout. You think that these kids want to hold on to #1? I believe so.
I also believe so, but they're going to have to get better contribution from Greg Ostertagg. But look at how they started this second half. An 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes, and they've done it by utilizing the strength. Why not go with your big guys? At least let them touch the ball, force the defense to collapse. You can get shots inside the three-point arc.
Nice dish. Yanish couldn't get a handle on it. And it's Haas on the outlet pass, and he lost it.
Jared Haas was trying to decide how he was going to lay up or dunk the ball in the basket. One of the fans actually went after Jared Haas, and Roy Williams went into the stands after the fans. Was extremely upset. It appeared as
what you're going to see is Ontjes gave him a shove at the end of the play.
Right.
And then as he went down, that student section, you watch it right here. Watch what happens. He loses the handle. He's got the breakaway, but then he knocks it too far in front.
As Jared Haas is in the stands in the left-hand corner of your screen, we're going to take a better look at it as it's coming in your living room. Haas is trying to figure out how he's going to put the ball in the basket, and he loses the handle.
So Ontjes shoots the technical foul for Coach Williams leaving the bench. Well, that's what happened at the end of the play.
Well, no contact was made between Jared Haas and the fan.
So the fan came down and was talking and pointing. Coach Williams took exception, taking up for his player, and for all he could see from that distance, he didn't know if his player was being abused physically, so he went down, as any coach would have done, I have a feeling. So the technical foul, and right now it's 49-46, and it cost him 1 point, is what it cost him. Pollard with the jump hook.
The Jayhawks are slowly easing their way back into this game.
Ontjes to Abercrombie, stolen by Lafrentz. Back to Lafrentz. Offense.
I still like the hustle of Raef Lafrentz and Jared Haas, playing the passing lanes and running the court, trying to get the ball out front. Right here we're going to see a nice pass from Haas, and not having control of the ball is what causes Lafrentz to get this offensive foul. But I like the hustle by the 6'11" freshman from Monona, Iowa.
And the spin move came around and passed it off to Maton. Too hard, too close. Let's take a break. 45, that's our score. You can see John Underwood, left-hand corner of your picture, just moving out of the area. That's where this incident happened just a moment ago, as Haas goes down, and now the fan comes over to taunt. Roy Williams came charging off the bench for all he could see. He didn't know if his player was being punched or not, and he came down to take up for him. It cost him a technical foul. But during the timeout, Underwood, who's the associate athletic director here at OU, went down and talked to security and also to the kids. You know, your kids win it or lose it. You want to be a part as a fan, but you can't become a part where you deter from what your team's doing on the floor.
No way. You can't distract from the game itself. The game is won and lost on the court.
That's right. The game.
And it is a game. Fans have to remember that. It is not life or death.
Pass for three. All I can say right now is they should have let a sleeping dog lie, because KU has come back with a vengeance
Well, they're starting to go now to their strength a little bit more. They had some success early in the second half, getting the ball inside, getting some second chance opportunities, and now they're able to move the ball a little bit better back to the wing.
Maiden with emphasis.
James Maiden was a little bit more prepared for that pass as opposed to the last